Hi all, I was lucky enough this past week or so to have a free coding course on website design, and I just wanted to record it here because I know I have the worst memory and I'm going to forget it. So in terms of programs to work in, you can use Notepad, which is free in Windows, but a really nice program is called Brackets. You can see here if you Google Brackets.io, it brings up this first option here is the software, and it's great just because it auto finishes, if that's the right word, what you start typing. So download that onto your computer, and then once you open it up, it looks something like this. And then go File and New, and File, Save As, and choose a location where you want to save your file. I'm going to put it over here under coding, and give it a name, and you have to physically type .html, and so you can see here the one I'm working with today is called youtube.html, and do this twice. First time .html, second time .css, last time .js. So HTML is the website, CSS is the design side of things, making it look pretty, and JS is the Java file, and that's kind of to give you functionality. And so you're creating 3 separate blank folders with those names. And the big thing that I think I've realized this past week is that you don't need to remember stuff off by heart. Like coders, like they just start typing and it looks amazing, but they've had years of practice, and really the main thing to do is just copy and paste from other websites and that you can find online. And so the great place to go that I was recommended is this place called w3schools.com, and you can go here and search, and you can search for anything. And so you can see here they've got an HTML example, and as soon as you go to this place, I don't always understand why they have it in a white block. Like, always click on this try it yourself block down here, and it'll take you to the next site, and it's really got all the code there, and you literally just copy and paste. So literally copy from the top here down all the way to the bottom, and you can see this first line here, exclamation mark doc type dot space HTML. You always have to have this at the top. You always have to have this triangular brackets HTML. This header part we didn't include, but you'll see now in my code this body you always have, and the main thing is that you always have to close off whatever these are called. I will find out what their names are. So if I've got triangular brackets body, close triangular brackets, at the bottom here you have to have backslash body, and here backslash HTML closes off this HTML at the top. So this is where I literally would copy and paste from. I can also give you the code that I've got. So I've got a very basic code here. As you can see, this top part is exactly what we've seen now, and then we've got HTML. This line here looks super complicated, but it's really just referring to this youtube.css file, which I said was the design file. The second line also looks complicated, but again, it's just referring you to this youtube.js, so the Java file. And then again, this body is just the body of the page. This button one here, I'm going to show you I've created a button. ID, I'm just giving it a name so that when I go to the CSS file and say what color to make it, I'll refer to this name here. And literally the button is going to say click me, and I'm closing off this button by having backslash button. Underneath here you can say when you click on the button you're going to display this text. So P stands for paragraph. I'm still trying to understand what that means, but the idea of this text that I'm putting in is the word text, and it's going to print out hello. And yeah, again, I'm closing off body, I'm closing off HTML, and just take note here, this is how you create comments in this file. So exclamation mark dash dash. And so this all might sound very complicated. Hopefully I'll get a chance to go into more detail later, but yeah, this is a reminder for myself for the future as well. So just to look at the CSS file quickly, you can see here in HTML, sorry, let's click, oh, computer's having a heart attack, apologies. Okay, apologies for that. So you can see in the HTML file here, again, like I said, body describes the body of the web page, and the last, so I'm saying for the body I want the background color to be beige. There's several different like characteristics you can change. The main thing here is you type the word body, it appears in blue, and then you do open curly brackets, type your parameters, and then close curly brackets. And then button is another thing on the web page that's in the HTML file that I want to alter. You can see here button is over here. And I'm saying here I want the color to be blue, font shape, and I want it to be center aligned. Although I think we'll double check that that worked. And then the Java file here again looks super complicated, but don't stress about it. Let's just take all that out so it doesn't look as bad as you think it does. So the main thing here is that, so again, you're just going to copy and paste this, find it online. You're saying when the website loads, load this functionality. This thing here, when I load the web page, you're going to see an alert that says welcome. And then the next thing here, it says, once that has happened, you're going to have a button appear, and when you click on it, you're going to have text appear, and the word hello will appear on the screen. So again, looks very complicated with this get elements, but from what I'm understanding, it's really just a lot about just knowing this is what it is and copying it off the net. You don't have to know this off by heart. This bottom part here, this console, is just another way of checking for error messages. So I'll show you how to view the console. And so you can kind of put this in your code in different places, and if you see that it appears in one area but it doesn't appear in another, you know that there's obviously an error between those two sections of the code. Okay, so once you've done all of that, I hope it's not doesn't sound too complicated, you save all of your individual files. So either Control S, or you can go to File and Save. And then you're going to go to the folder where you saved it. So I've saved it here. And I'm going to double click on this HTML file, and it's going to load up in your web browser. And so you can see here, remember I told you there was going to be this icon that comes up saying welcome. So you click OK, and then here's my button. This blue button, unfortunately it's not centered, so I obviously haven't done that right. And automatically it says hello, but each time you click on it, the hello actually reloads. And then the last thing, that console that I spoke about, if you right click and go inspect, and then you click on console here, you can see it's printed here hello. And like I said, you can put it anywhere in your code, and if it prints fine, you know everything's okay, but if it doesn't appear, you know that's where your error is occurring. So hopefully I can go into more detail at a later stage about all of this, but this is just serving as a record for now.